just trying to catch up with you and petrol prices. Depending on where you're at, how much are you buying petrol for? Welcome, it's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. We'll hold it to be worthy of note. So a number of things we need to walk through today, given the hour that we have, or hours we have together. I think we should check up on petrol prices and how this particular reality could be squeezing the breath out of your lungs. That's one. And then we have to go into the world of science. Science today. So there are two conversations. It's like a part A, part B, or it's more like a front, a back end. Let me explain it. So recently, there was, about 2 weeks ago, there was a celebration, a festival in Brazil, and it was a cultural festival. And one of the displayed images was a god, a deity, a star in the skies. Now the Yorubas call her Yamoja. I'm not sure what other cultures call her. Okay, so you may have seen that video as well. I would like for you to just Google it so you can look at the image. The fanfare was just a pure spectacle. It was beautiful, it was colorful. The Brazilians sang and danced as they paraded, both in passion and with strides towards displaying, I want to believe, whether it's a conviction of faith, a belief, culture, identity. Yeah, they paraded the deity. All right, so Google that, just have a glimpse of what I'm referring to. And then I would like for you to also Google, I hope you can, The Door of Darkness, Temple Opus 2. It was a festival in France. They celebrated with three. Well, one is Lilith, rumored to be the first wife of Adam, a demon. And then there was also another monster that was in the picture, and then another monster in the picture. And one similarity between the festivals would be the size. These were larger than life-sized, images. The one in front, they're as big, probably big or as big as houses. And they were mobile, so you can understand the engineering, the art, and the workmanship that goes into creating a monster as big as a house, and you engineer it in a way that you can walk through the streets and the people can and about it, clap, laugh, maybe dance and cry about the beauty and maybe the collective identity of a people. Now, the reason I think we need to look at that today is, one, when I went to the comments under the Yemoja display in Brazil, Nigerians were there talking about our cultural identity, how other people uphold our cultural identity, we don't uphold it, blah 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 blah. And I honestly could touch on the passion with which I could feel the Nigerian aspect of the Nigerian leaning into something that is a part of your culture. But in the same vein, these are the same Nigerians that complain about religion being a problem. So if you want your culture so bad, why aren't you going back to your culture? You find the gods of your father and you take sacrifices. Okay, but here's what I think we need to look at. Is it possible that all human cultures emerge from the same place? Is it possible that all of human culture emerges from the same place? Now, that is the front end of our conversation. The back end of the conversation is science. So I had mentioned this before. I did say we were going to discuss it. Today is a good day to discuss it. The World Economic Forum, you know them. These are the thinkers of the world. These are the people influencing governments and global policies. These are the people thinking the future on your behalf. They don't expect you to be capable of thought. They do not need your consent. The world has been created. You will find yourself in it, or you will find yourself outside of it. All right, good. So the World Economic Forum, we're discussing the capability of science, a quote-unquote new discovery where science is able to plant false memory into your brain. False memory. You heard me, right? Good. What does that mean, that a person can plant false memory into your brain? So a very good example will be, you are not guilty of a crime. Science has the capability to make you believe that you are guilty of the crime. I want you to think about that because we need to talk about that. It's interesting because it's science, right? How bad can it get? All right, good. While you are holding on to that thought, is that magic or is that science? The capability of science to be able to induce you with false memory. Do you think that that is science or that is magic? Good. Remember the part A of our question, which is in France, they had a festival and they celebrated with an enlarged display of gods and demons, right? And it was in fact, one of the creators of that particular fanfare gave a TED talk in Vancouver. So somewhere between history and what you may regard as witchcraft is the modernization of culture, where you can look at something and it doesn't look like the dingy, scary cultural practices of your forefathers done in the shadows. All right, good. If you are able to consider the festival Yemoja and its similarity with the Temple Opus 2 in France, the Door of Darkness, and that's the theme of the show or the festival in France, the Door of Darkness. Google it. Do you agree with the similarity? That's one. Two, is it magic or science that science is able to alter not only your mind, but imbue you with memory that's not yours? So you think about that, and in a moment, telephone lines will be open. You can tell me what you think about that on Worthy of Note this great afternoon. We're Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. Okay, so let's talk fuel prices first. I think you already know why fuel prices are going up. Yeah? Okay, good. You're not the only person complaining. People around the world are complaining, some more than others. In fact, I was trying to figure out whether they were complaining in Iran already, but nothing that suggests that they are complaining. I don't want to say that they're not complaining because, of course, you know, they're just at the heart of a conflict. And so there are more important stories making it in the news. Remember that they're also hoarding information. Then, you know, there are other stories making it into the news than fuel scarcity or fuel prices in the country. But so far, nothing suggests that they're really, really complaining about fuel prices. Okay, so Dangote Petroleum Refinery accounted for 92% of Nigeria's daily petrol supply in February. 92%. As the federal government has paused the importation of petrol. This came as filling stations on Tuesday retained petrol prices above 1,200 a liter, despite a 100 naira reduction in the gantry price by the refinery. So I think in the last 1 week, you have gone from 800 and something, 900, 1,000, 1,200. Let's talk about petrol prices. First of all, how much is petrol price in your neighborhood? What are the difficulties with your access to it? Are the queues longer? Are you paying more? Are they hoarding it? Because, of course, you know, sometimes in Nigeria, when there's a situation, any indication that, you know, fuel prices could rise and fall, some people start to hoard. So what has been your challenge with petrol price? I think we can just give that conversation a few minutes, and then we go into the heart of our matter today on Worthy of Note. My name is Joyce. Welcome to the Sonic Set.
With each day comes new stories.
New reports, new discovery.
The presidency spends 34 billion naira on travels in 2 years.
There is nothing you can do about it. This is our money, our president is spending.
The defection of members of the Labour Party in Alimosho to the ADC were violently disrupted.
Governors remain leaders of the APC in states. Credited to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
You go there and see arrogant in people they call nurses and doctors.
INEC says it has completed an internal timetable for the 2027 general election.
No way America can come and do this. Let them come and tell me again that Nigeria is a sovereign country. Anyone that can put an end to this problem in this country, I beg.
It's all part of the conversation.
Right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk.
I fully acknowledge the pain that is being suffered. We are seeing that. We are doing what we can to ensure that we minimize costs throughout our supply chain. However, our price input is crude at benchmark-related prices. Freight is benchmarked against freight rates. To put some of those numbers in perspective, I mentioned the crude oil, the Brent. You could go back a week and it was hovering in a stable range of the mid-60s. It's now 118. If you look at freight rates, it would cost us about $800,000 a day to bring crude on a tanker from a Nigerian terminal to our refinery. That's currently 3.5 million. 800,000 to 3.5 million. Incredible escalation in the freight rates. Now that would be no different if Nigeria did not have a domestic refining industry. And that is the message that we would like to get across. We are exposed to global commodity price movements. We understand the pain that incurs in our business and obviously throughout the economy to drive inflation and so forth. And that is being felt worldwide. Nigeria, with a domestic refining industry, is not immune to that.
All right. So that is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Dangote Petroleum Refinery. David Bird has explained why fuel prices are unlikely to fall despite the plant operating at full capacity, citing extreme volatility in global oil markets. He spoke to media on Monday. He explained that the refinery was fully exposed to international commodity markets and that this is needed to be understood. He says, and I quote, "We are fully exposed to the international commodity market that needs to be widely understood. We purchase, even under crude for Naira program, we purchase Nigerian crude from the Nigerian government at international benchmark related prices." So now, I guess that's something you want to hold as a footnote as we open up this conversation this afternoon. And it's interesting when, the government tells you they understand and you hope that something can be done to, of course, alleviate the burden being faced by Nigerians. At this point, we seem to be in a situation, I don't want to call it a free fall, but imagine being at the mercy of international commodity markets and you're a crude producing nation. Then I think maybe the question of what should the government be doing in order to help the average Nigerian. Well, let's talk them. The Sunny Side, good afternoon to you.
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Thank you for being here. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. This is Chris calling from Ikoyi. Joyce, the supporters of this government will always tell us, we don't know international market. What does international market have to do with Nigeria? Today, NNPC is telling you that they are importing crude. Joyce, can you believe that? Hello, Joyce.
Go ahead.
I called the other time and said, look, give local refinery crude to refine for our own local consumption here. Their supporters will call and say, no, it has to do with international market. What does that have to do with international market? Rather than giving even if it's Dangote, the small refineries, the modular ones, so I refuse to give them. Now Dangote is importing crude. Now you are telling us NNPC. I don't know why these people don't have shame. How can NNPC say they are importing crude? What happened to our own crude? They are no more producing. Is it what happened in Iran? Is it happening here?
Yeah, but I just told you now that, the CEO says that they purchased Nigerian crude from the Nigerian government. So it's not the crude that's really the problem. It's more like the cost they may have paid. That they purchased from the Nigerian government at international benchmark related prices.
Okay, Joyce. So if they give Dangote in Naira, with the international market or the OPEC people, would they sanction Nigeria?
Well, that's something we're yet to
find
out.
For our own local use here. These people, I don't know. They don't know what they are doing. I'm telling you, this is mere voodoo politics they are playing. Especially this government. Voodoo, I don't mean in terms of charm. Voodoo in the sense that they want to torture Nigerians and make sure you don't have any say.
How much are you buying petrol?
They will roll out 1,000.
Did you purchase petrol lately?
1,003. 1,330 or 340.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Now they are telling us they want to roll out 1,000 CJC and what they call that is CNG. Telling lies.
Have you considered CNG? Have you considered that?
They said they want. Yeah, they want to bring out another CNG components or what did they
Exactly,
say?
yeah, that's
Tricycle,
what the president said. So have you considered that?
All is a lie, my sister.
Yeah,
All
but
is a lie.
let's assume for a moment, rather temporarily, that this is going to happen. Will you consider a shift to CNG?
No.
Okay.
Joyce, please. People, you stop deceiving Nigerians. I always tell our people, we all are in for it. They thought I'm joking. They don't know what they are doing. Please. Thank you, Joyce.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. The sunny side, good afternoon to you.
That's no Joyce.
Speak up for me. Thank you very much for being here.
You see, Nigeria is not a serious nation. If anybody is taking Nigeria serious, he's just wasting his time. This nation is not serious at all. They are not ready for anything. And I pray that God alone will deliver us from what we are in right now. Thank you.
Oh, well. So if you have purchased your petrol recently, I'd like to know what the cost is wherever you're at the moment. If you're sending me a video, I can't quite attend to it in the immediate moment. So just if you can write out your words, I'll appreciate that. Nigeria Info, you on the sunny side. Good afternoon to you.
Hello.
Good afternoon. You're on the sunny side. Turn off the volume of your radio set. Hello, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show. If you can hear me, welcome. My name's Joyce. What's your name? Can you hear me? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Suli. I'm calling from Itiwe.
Thank you for being here.
You know, I was just traveled a while ago when I'm going to Kudu. Owode precisely. The airport carry us. He went to the filling station and buy petrol. He bought it 1,025 naira. That's what I saw.
What area is that, please?
But before Jota, no garage. That place is no garage before Jota. So that's the filling station.
Thank you.
Eh?
Yeah, you said 1,025 naira.
Yeah. That's what I saw.
Okay. That's good. Thank you very much for calling me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Is there any end in sight? It's not an obvious yes. Remember now, it does quite appear that your reality is dependent on whatever is outplaying out there in the Middle East. I think you have questions. I don't have all the answers, but we're on Nigeria Info this afternoon. How are you?
Hey, George, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you. Thank you for being here.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm with you. Good afternoon. Welcome. Tell us your name. You can go ahead.
You see, in my place here, 1,260. That is what we are buying here. And it will still go
where's
up
that?
between now and tomorrow.
Where is
this
that?
This is Ogun State. Ogun State.
Okay.
Ijabode area. 1,260. That is what I bought here today.
Okay.
I parked my car. I can't use it again because I'm tired of everything.
Yeah, I understand. Thank you. We're going to have to go to WhatsApp or read a few comments from our listeners on the sunny side this afternoon. Welcome. We hold it to be worthy of note. And isn't it worthy of note to know that in the year 2026, you are having to discuss this hike in fuel price, and the lack of certainty must truly outweigh any other concern that you may have. Because then again, how do you plan? And what is life? What is the future? WhatsApp?
The problem is people think they can find someone else they will keep separating. I have always questioned a lot of things. I think this person is talking about the second conversation.
Give us 30 minutes so
Yeah.
we'll get into the second conversation. But
Okay.
now don't forget to read it. Thank you. I'll get to you in a moment.
Good afternoon, Joyce. I'm reporting from Osun State.
Hey.
Fuel price over here is between 1,390 and 1,450, depending on where you get the fuel.
Yeah.
Again, from Oshogbo.
Okay.
Statesman from Ile-Ife. Good day, Joyce. I purchased yesterday here in Ile-Ife from Mrs. MRS filling station at the rate of 1,500.
What? How many could you buy? And is that for generator? Because someone sent me a breakdown. He says that his little generator uses a liter about an hour. So approximately for 5 hours, you'll burn 5 liters. That's if you're using the smaller generator. If you're using the bigger generator. All right.
As a country, we have lost our ways, and it is showing in every aspect of life in the country. Our culture and tradition have been colonized. Even democracy is not indigenous to Africa or Nigeria. That's why we haven't gotten it right since 1960. A structure built on fragile foundation. Okay.
All right, thank
Doesn't
you.
state-
Yeah,
no.
he's not stating exactly what the question is. Okay.
Joy is Iran has just struck a Thai flagged oil vessel on the Strait of Hormuz. Despite
They
all,
struck who? Thailand?
Ye-
A Thai vessel?
they said the flagged oil vessel.
Okay, Thai flagged oil vessel.
Yeah, on this
Strait of
despite
Hormuz?
yes, despite all the threats of fire. I think this is after the strike from US. I don't know if this quite
No.
related.
I learned last night that Iran. No, I can't quite confirm it because, of course, they are hoarding information. There's just too much inaccurate information on the web. But I read that Iran, after Trump said that he was going to escort ships through the strait, Iran went to plant mines. It looks like a game of something. That they had to go plant mines to blow up ships. I don't know if that's what he's referring to. It's a complete global mess because now anybody who's dependent on oil is truly now feeling, whether indirectly or directly, whatever is happening as a consequence of the Middle East and their desire to not bring this to a resolve.
Hello, Joyce. Fuel price at Ijegun is 1,230.
1,230.
Yeah.
Okay.
Filling station at Ijegun.
Okay.
This was yesterday's evening.
Yesterday
Joy, OPEC already considered oil producing nations so that nationals will not be exposed to international benchmark, but successive governments have refused to respect it. Otherwise, no Nigerian is supposed to buy fuel this expensive.
Well, there you go.
Nigerians should brave it and ask questions. Chima wants to
Brave
from
it.
Lagos.
Hold on. Let's go to the telephone lines before
Okay.
the commercial break. Nigeria Info, you on the sunny side. Welcome. My name is Joyce. What's your name?
Hello, Joyce. Good afternoon.
Thank you for being here. Tell us your name. You can go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Agbonel, calling you from Lekki.
Good to have you.
Yeah, Joyce. Yeah, they talking about bringing the presidency, bringing CNG, whatever.
Yeah.
If you could remember the time of Ibe Kachuku as the Minister for Petroleum State, there were few people using LPG gases, gas for cooking, these cylinders. And then gas was a bit cheaper that people were able to like buy whenever. So Ibe Kachuku was like, he wants every household to have a gas cylinder so that life will be easy because kerosene was scarce and whatever. So almost everybody, as I speak with you now, almost, let me say, even 90% of Nigerians, if not 85, 90 are using gas cylinder because it's over everywhere, even in the villages. But today, how much is the price of gas? Cooking gas. So if everybody should go to CNG, if today they cannot guarantee us the stable price of oil,
Yeah.
is it when everybody has diverted to CNG? If they cannot produce CNG, petrol for, is this CNG that they can produce for us?
That's a question.
Why is the federal government believing that the people did not even know? At least you were just an ordinary person like us before you become a president. And all of a sudden, when you get there, you now believe that you are no more wiser than the citizens that put you there. No, nah. If everybody go back to CNG, tomorrow, CNG will be more expensive than even the fuel we are talking about.
Right.
Thank you, and let me give room for others.
I do
Bye-bye.
appreciate that consideration. Lagos, we're off the break. We'll be right back. We're 99.3 Nigeria Info's the sunny side, and don't go anywhere.
More conversation. More talk. More right after this. What is health? It's more than the absence of illness. It's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper. Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward. The pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It is the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yes, so your next level where you define it don't come.
Say you will not see rain, but the valley shall be filled.
For the Next Level Prayer Conference Nigeria for March 13, 2026 for Tafawa Belewa Square with Pastor Bolajido, 7 p.m. sharp. Nomisamo, I go see you there.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
The sunny side. It's about 2 minutes and a half before we touch down 1 p.m. We're going to go to WhatsApp. By the way, I'm being informed that there is a recent development out there in the streets of Lagos of a content creator who is facing social backlash, maybe even near physical assault, because she made or created content while waiting to board a bus to her place of work. I'm yet to weave together all the elements that can make up a full picture. When I have it, I will run it by your hearing, and if there's time on the clock, maybe we can talk about it. Nigeria Info. In the meantime, what's that?
Joyce, the future of Nigeria and Nigerians are in jeopardy. If this government of deceit and arrogance continues after 2027, every promise given by this government is a farce. It has no intention to give us good governance. Look at what your president just said, that the economy has crossed corner, of course, crossed corner to hardship and perdition. Someone sent a voice note. I think you want the person to type, yes.
If you can type, I'll appreciate that, please. Huh? Can you do that for?
Good afternoon, Joyce. We are living in a country ruled by serpents and scorpions. Governments kept deceiving themselves, thinking we are novice. I bought fuel at Mobile here at 1,300 for pump price. How I wish the price of EVM is more affordable and charging point is in every part of Nigeria. That's electrical this thing with low cost. We will about this trouble. We will not have to worry about this trouble, this oil trouble that is troubling us. Yomi from Muri.
Now, interestingly, given the prices people are reporting today, you can imagine how this is going to affect not just homes, but businesses. Already, we have been on a lingering conversation about how the collective overhead cost of businesses is nearly running businesses out of business. And now if we're having this situation where the Nigerian can barely have enough electricity, and then they have to think about both electricity for car or cost of transportation or electricity for home, how to power the electricity at home by using a generator, plus cost of transportation and every other cost that leans on that income of yours, you can see how this is a conversation that cannot be over-exaggerated. Like, the government needs to come into the picture and come in quickly. We're going to continue on the other side of the hour. We're Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you, Lagos. I am Buluwati Fair Jagade with the news. The Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency is urging churches and mosques to strengthen premarital counseling to help prevent domestic violence. Executive Secretary Titilola Vivo Adeniyi says the agency has launched an online course to train pastors, imams, and counselors. The training is to guide couples towards respectful, violence-free marriages. She says religious leaders play a key role in promoting healthy relationships and safer homes. The University of Lagos says semester examinations will continue as scheduled despite reports that the Academic Staff Union of Universities at UNILAG voted to suspend services over unpaid teaching allowances. The university, in a statement, says proper procedures were not followed and talks with the union are ongoing. Management assured students that exams will hold while discussions continue. The Court of Appeal in Ibadan has adjourned indefinitely a case over the National Convention of the People's Democratic Party. The court on Wednesday asked rival factions to pursue an out-of-court settlement. Justices urged lawyers to guide their clients towards peace, noting the electoral timetable released by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Parties may return if talks fail later again. And the federal government says it is working to connect schools nationwide to reliable internet to boost digital learning. Education Minister Tunji Alausa says the plan follows a directive by President Bola Tinubu and will deploy fiber cables and telecom towers across the country. He says the initiative will help students and teachers access digital tools and expand computer-based examinations. And finally, 3 commercial ships have been damaged by unknown projectiles in the strategic Strait of Hormuz, a key global oil shipping route. 23 crew members from one vessel are being rescued. The United States military says it's destroyed 16 Iranian mine-laying boats in the area after a warning by Donald Trump as regional tensions continue to rise. That's the news on 99.3 Nigeria Info. If you have a news tip for us, call us on 01465 7175. I am Buluwati Fair Jagade. The sunny side continues with Joyce.
What's that station again?
Oh, yeah, Kemo, come back. Here's one thing you need to know about yourself. So that here we dey talk.
Yep, bullseye. That's the one.
You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info's The Sunny Side. The Sunny Side. Welcome. My name's Joyce.
We're back. The Sunny Side, 4 minutes past 1 p.m. Nigeria Info. And let's see, quite a number of things to run through. But of course, I need to extract from you your current reality with petrol price purchase. Given your locality, some people, there's a variance so far we can establish in the cost of petrol pricing, given the neighborhoods, I want to believe. But here's what we're looking at. The Center for Promotion of Private Enterprise has said despite having Dangote Refinery and others, Nigeria may not be completely immune to global oil pricing or the price volatility. Since crude oil feedstock for refineries is priced using international benchmarks, and another very interesting problem, denominated in the US dollar. So, of course, having a dollarized economy is a functional problem when you have issues as a global problem as we have today in the Middle East. CPPE described the widespread expectation that the presence of domestic refineries should automatically translate into significantly cheaper petroleum products as going against the economics of refining. He says, and I quote, even crude supplied by local producers or the national oil company is priced using international crude oil benchmarks. Additionally, domestic refineries also pay a premium in order to secure crude supply, end quote. So certainly between what's happening in the Middle East and what the pump price is saying to you, what your pocket or your income is what the government can do. And this is me saying this as something that the Nigerian people should know. Whether the government will or will not is yet to be seen. But of course, if you have any expectations, rightly so. We're going to go to WhatsApp to find out how much the cost of petrol is in your neighborhood. This one goes, good afternoon, Joyce. Nigeria is paying the price for bad leadership at the face of global crisis. We had 3 refineries that are moribund. If not for Dangote, God knows the kind of queues we'll be contending with at filling stations right now and at the super high cost. The girl in the studio with you is sounding like Kemi. No, she's not. What's your name? Tell them your name.
Joy is my name.
Oh, yeah, so...
Hello, Joy. Should I go ahead?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, hello, Joyce. I had a dream last night. Fuel prices fell to 600 per litre just 1 month before the 2027 general elections, and the whole country celebrated. Oh, but right after the election results were announced, the price suddenly jumped to 1,800 per litre. My neighbor who had shouted finally the week before suddenly became very quiet again, and that was when I woke up. Honestly, Joyce, I don't know if it was just a dream or my brain trying to write political comedy while I was asleep.
I don't think your brain is writing political comedy. Somebody is messing with us. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to Nigeria Info, we have Joseph the Dreamer, that's not his name, who had a dream last night, and he said a few months before the 2027 elections, petrol prices fell to 600 naira a litre. It's not the best you've had. It's not the best you've ever had. But according to his vision, everybody celebrated. And right after elections were over, petrol prices went to 1,800 Nigerian naira. Now, this is where you ask the dreamer, what did he do? Dreamer, you just dreamt and you woke up. You that dreamt it, are you ready for 1.8 a litre?
Absolutely not. Yes.
Well, look, I do appreciate it. You must pardon me. I'm making levity of it. But, of course, we know that intuition and revelation is a very high and solid form of knowledge sharing. And if someone is dreaming it, it's just that at this point. So can someone dream up what Nigerians should do? Because that's exactly where we're at this moment. Like,
how are we going to get money?
Should we go to coal? Should we, a protest? Should we use coal? Firewood? Alternative sources of energy. Like, something has to... Does someone have a revelation? Or are the gods waiting for you to decide? Aren't you all gods? The creators of your own reality. Maybe even the stars are waiting for you to decide how you want to go. Well, thank you for sharing your revelation with me. I do appreciate it. Nigeria Info, I want to go back to the telephone lines. You're on the sunny side. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Joy. How are you?
Yeah, welcome. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
My name is John.
Welcome, John. Have you been to a petrol station lately? How good is it? How bad is it?
Actually, we are in the government of no mercy. They just want Nigeria to die. That's just what they are. Because our regime of Buhari, he promised that the petrol will become 15 naira per litre because he is a petrol minister in certain time. But up to today, from his regime to this very regime, the liar has been lying to Nigeria. From lying to another person, the person that take that position continue to deceive Nigerians. God will save us from their hand. Whatever their power is, whatever they think they are not more than God. God will revenge for Nigeria. Bye.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. Thank you. 99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. We're 9 minutes past 1 p.m. and quite a number of moving stories. And it seems as though if I dare, I may be able to touch on all of them. All right. So I think this is a very important aspect of what is happening out there. And given that today is worthy of note, I want to share with you something that has been brought to my attention. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce, and my colleague here is going to explain to me a very interesting development that is being narrated on X. So here is what I have by way of information. A young Nigerian who commutes from one end of Lagos to another end of Lagos. Of course, is the digital age, and I think every bored Nigerian youth is making a video about something. Stupid, silly, weird, funny, not so interesting, lifestyle, give it a name. Everybody with a camera phone is making content. Okay, so here is this Nigerian who's making content, and on this occasion, she made a content about her travel from home to work, I believe.
To work,
Okay, so here he's going to pick it up. What's your name? Tell us your name and then you can pick it up.
So my name is Tim Tokwe. So there's this content creator, so I would say Pretty on X. So she goes about, anytime she's going to work, she makes use of this BRT.
And documents her journey.
Documents her journey. So yesterday, she was going to work. She had been outside from 5:30 in the morning. They didn't get any BRT bus. 8 a.m. she started making a video. There is no bus. There are no buses. Blah blah blah. And an old woman in her mid-40s came through and.
That's not an old woman.
Okay. A woman.
A lady.
Came through and asked this young girl to stop
making a video
because if she continues, she's going to smash her phone. Then this girl erupted and she went all ballistic and it went like that. That lady told this young lady that if you come here today, that's tomorrow. You understand?
Yeah. She told her yesterday, if you come back today, that's today.
Today, then I am going to smash your phone. The girl, then they found the bus, they went. So today, this girl entered into the bus. The bus came in not quite early. She got into the bus and the bus was moving. This girl started the video again. Then a man, don't know his age now, went to this lady and harassed this lady. There's this little body arm on little scratch on scratch on the young girl.
Inflicted on her by the man.
Her. And this girl was saying that she's going to continue. And there's this guy I know on X, maybe I should not call his name, maybe I should call him Oyiga Michael. I know him well. He said he's going to go to that same bus stop tomorrow with some of his friends, his goons, and he wants that man, because the man wants this lady that if she comes tomorrow and she does the same thing, he's going to harass that lady. And those guys say they are going to go there, and when this guy is harassing this girl, they are going to confront him, hype the lady up, continue. Let us see what he's going to do.
Okay, so I guess maybe there are aspects. Thank you, by the way. So I guess there are aspects to this. I have a video that may furnish your imagination with some color as to what happened, the situation that happened out there somewhere in Lagos yesterday.
Don't make any video today. If you want to do content creator, go to garage. I'm telling you, if you make any video today, I'll use your phone. I'm not joking, yo. If you make any video today, I'm not joking. She said she will use my phone. Why you holding my bag? Why you holding my bag? Take your video. You take your video. I will make my video. There's no bus. I don't want me to make video. Go the video. I should go to garage. Mercy, leave her alone. Go, Mercy, leave her alone. Go to garage. I don't understand. Go to garage. Force me now. Go to garage. I don't make your video. I make my video. Go to garage. Make your video. I make my video. Go to garage. Force me. You cannot stop me. You cannot stop me. You don't have that. You cannot stop me. You cannot stop me. Leave her. You cannot force me. You can't make any video. I cannot make any video. Mercy, leave her. Don't worry. Mercy, hold my bag. Hold my bag. Video me, I video you. Video me, I video you. Why will you hit me? Why will you beat me? Because I'm making video. No boss in this country. See everybody. Tell your papa, tell your daddy to buy bus here. Tell your father to buy bus here. Tell your father to buy Lagos. My daddy is the governor of Lagos. See the queue. And she's telling me not to make video. See the queue. No boss. She's not showing her face.
Just go for it.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. See the queue. There's no boss. She had the guts to touch me. to meet me. She met me yesterday, and she told me that I should not make video. And I said, why? Why should I come there for more than 1 hour and I should not make video? She had the guts. Now she came to beat me. That I should not make video. See the queue. Why should I not make video? Why? In this queue. Why should I not make video? Why? Provide buses for us, then I will not make video. Provide buses for us, then I will not make video. She has the guts. She thinks she can stop me. In this
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Okay, so if we are going to attempt to consider all the possible areas that inform the picture you have just watched, more like picture you have just heard, you would have thought maybe the question of privacy was the issue. Like the person who was stopping the camera lady from making her content was concerned about privacy. That doesn't appear to be the issue. It's just one offended or one enraged Nigerian against another Nigerian. Now, of course, as you may have made out, the lady with a camera is making a video because she is just documenting her experience. There is no boss, and we have been here since 5:30. She says her colleague even told her not to bother, and she does quite capture the queue. It's a very lengthy queue. At this point in my head, I'm thinking, can you guys get a bicycle? Because maybe that even just helps commuting. Get a bicycle.
Someone actually said that.
Get a bike. Well, but that's not to say that the issue is not the issue.
Not
you know, because I'm looking at the queue and I'm thinking, can you? But I would have said you can walk to a certain distance and then make up the other. It's just that the heat in Lagos doesn't allow you the luxury of walking any distance without you breaking into beads of sweat. Okay, so you have heard this. I don't think the lady who's making content has any fault on her own. I was also shown some content suggesting that a few people who have seen the video are saying that they're in support of her and will be at her bus stop
tomorrow
to, of course, further. Oh, is she crying here? I'm okay. Okay, I think she makes another video when the bus arrives at 9 a.m. and this is someone going to work. Okay. Oh dear. All right. So I want to get public opinion. Do you suppose the lady who's angry? I wish I could even interview her. Honey, why are you mad? Because it's not a question of privacy. And she's saying, does your father have a bus? Is it possible that Nigerians do not understand the role that the government plays? Because how else can you tell your father to bring a bus? Like, what has that got to do with anything? Or is this a typical, the Nigerian is so the Nigerian is so mentally the Nigerian is so embittered that you lose the framework of your own reality. Because I don't understand what your anger is. Is this a transferred aggression? Is this
So I do not think that she's just an ordinary Nigerian trying to board the bus as well, because these bus stations, they have officials working there as well. So she could be.
They're not at the bus stop because there's no petrol. That's my thought.
So I don't think that petrol affects
the government,
BRT
right?
buses,
because they're the government.
I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, right? Because I mean, the thought came to my head the other time that how do they even buy their fuel? You don't see them queuing and all of that. So maybe they have ways in which they dispatch oil to them or fuel to them, however it is. But yeah, I've seen that happen a lot of time where you'd see people like a lot of queues at some of their stations, people waiting for their buses to arrive. But this time around, I don't think that woman is just an ordinary Nigerian. Some of these train stations have workers there.
Oh, you don't think she's an ordinary Nigerian?
Yeah, so she may be one of those.
She doesn't look Lebanese to me.
No, I'm saying that.
What do you
Joyce, like she's like
so
she might be
saying
like
that
an
she's
officer
not
or something.
Just somebody
Like
who
she's a
came
government
to
employee.
board.
She's probably a
the
government
boss.
employee.
So she probably is
Trying to
working there
defend the
and trying to
government.
defend and make sure that they don't expose the lapses in that bus station.
Nigerians who do this thing, when you go home, is it like do they give you electricity? Is this, by the way, I saw an APC something up north, and maybe it's criticism. They're giving you guys 2 bags of something, like I think it's like 2 bags of rice.
They're giving us all, but they've not given anyone.
They're giving us all?
I mean,
like all Nigeria?
I don't know.
I saw who's the guy? Okay. So that's the bus stop where the showdown happens tomorrow now. So all Nigeria, you go to the Ikorodu bus stop for a showdown. Okay, all right. This is getting crazy around here. Someone said you all should realize some people are sponsored by the government. You don't expect them to keep quiet when they see a sensible person speaking out against the government. This is even hardly, we can't even categorize this as speaking out.
Because, as I said, it can't not just be somebody. I can't want to board a bus and somebody is doing a video. How does that concern me? Except maybe the person, as you said, is embittered so much that they're just looking for someone to pour all of their anger.
Yeah, like most likely not be the case. Like
but so that is most likely not the case. The person is like one of the officials
paid by the government, or she has a mental problem.
The person works there, most
like
likely.
Either you paid by the government, or you have a mental problem.
Is it that one of those two? Yeah, or it's both.
Because both of you are on the queue. It's not. You don't get back home to 24 hours electricity.
She might not be on the queue.
And to ask the government to give you a bus is not necessarily speaking against the government. It's making a demand. And what's wrong with that? Oh, good Lord. Okay. If you're all right. So Lagos, if this is anything by way of update, you heard it here first. Apparently, I've been given location, and a number of Nigerians are saying that they're going to show up at that bus stop tomorrow, and this will be Worldwide. Did you watch WWE wrestling?
Yeah, I think I watched it.
So tomorrow it's a face-off, Nigerians versus Nigerians, and all of them don't have electricity. Are buying petrol 1,000. Someone said you bought 1,003. Someone else said you bought 1,500. All right, good. All of you are on queues. Now we saw some people get 2 bags of rice. You're not gonna get bag of rice. By the way, is it rice? Sheyi Tinubu is eating. He's looking fresh. Did you? I saw a video of Sheyi Tinubu yesterday, telling people that his dad was going to come around. You see how pretty that boy is? That rice that they're sharing for you people, is that what that guy is eating? Yeah, I'm just saying that there's something called a balanced meal. If your government is serious about this whole feeding you until the next time you hit the polls, they better surround you. Your table better have it all. And get health insurance too. We're going to go off on a break. We need to talk about Yemoja and talk about, I guess I have messages, right? You want to cover them a little bit?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you so much for your commentary. I'm sorry it's a moving story, and I'm trying to also move along with all the things that are making the headlines on Worthy of Note on Nigeria Info.
Time of fury instigated by Tinubu hopeless administration. Citizens are turning themselves in anger in reaction to the situations the government has put them. Instead of spontaneous protest that should be the order of the day, since the government decided to put every citizen of this blessed country into unprecedented hardship. Every citizen is aggressive, and rightly so. Hey Joyce, please, what's the name of the bus station? Ikorodu Ekpe. That's what he said, right?
Yo, I don't know. I can find out.
Yeah, Ikorodu Ekpe. Yeah, I think so. Please, what's the name of the bus station? The lady was, I need to be there tomorrow. And
don't you have a job to go to?
And BRT buses have few depots in selected areas, places like the Arena bus stop before Garrett. Just to what she said earlier.
Wow.
Joy, seeing this video got me upset, and the annoying thing is that people over there pretend as if it doesn't concern them. Why are we like this? Yeah, if you notice, people that were standing, they weren't really like maybe defending a girl or something. Everybody was just looking at them like acting a drama, and some people were like.
News and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Okwa girls in Nacho, Orolao, Nambakepere Next Level Nigeria, na March 13, 2026, na Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos.
Negative report. Let the power of God.
echefula ịbịa o, aga m ahụ gị n'ebe ahụ.
Open the doors to the conversations that move you.
Lagos State enforcement teams carried out cleanup and anti-crime operations.
These are businessmen over Nigeria, and they are very serious.
This INEC, they change new thing to conduct election.
You cannot be whipping me with Koboko and Scorpion, and then you expect me to come and vote for you.
I hear some of us opposition is not ready. When the ruling party don't want opposition to exist, what do we do?
These people are just changing figures and cleaning. You can't, it is tiring.
All of us sit down and entertain a conversation where we cannot put internet in one village.
On your favorite dial, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
If an agent has already used you for practice, if guaranteed visa stories have finished your savings, if your head is already hot over this Japa matter, if Japa has crossed your mind even once, if you're tired of hearing I was scammed or my agent disappeared, if you want to relocate with sense, clarity, and correct information, then don't miss this edition of Japa Seminar with Uzo. This is not motivation talk. This is not social media packaging. It's real experts, real migration pathways, and honest conversations about relocating abroad, not social media noise. We'll break down step by step one, which visa pathways are legit, which school options make sense, how scammers manipulate people, and how millions are lost like it's nothing. To school and to relocation pathways, to common scams and costly mistakes, and if money has been slowing you down. Travel loan is available, tuition loan is available, so lack of funds will not stop correct planning. And make we clear something very important. We do not grant visas, no guarantees, no shortcuts, no lies. What we give you is verified information, trusted processes, and the knowledge to avoid fraudulent agents and fake promises. Because the goal is not just to japa, the goal is to japa right. So register now, tell your friends, tell your siblings, tell anybody tired of stories and scams, because Japa Seminar with Uza is for people who want clarity, not confusion. On the 14th of March 2026 at the ITF building, 5th floor, Funshaw Williams Avenue, Ipori, Costain, Bus Stop, Lagos. And it's at 12 noon prompt, no African time. Access fee is 20,000 naira. If you keep saying I'm still thinking, you will hear stories. If you act now, you secure your seat immediately. Register now, no excuses, no tomorrow. Japa Seminar with Uzo, no packaging, no scams, no just real sense. Japa Seminar with Uzo is not a trend, it's a movement. For inquiries and more information, please contact 080-2383-1303, 080-2383-1303, or 080-2377-0699, 080-2377-0699. Japa Seminar with Uzo.
The sunny side, 99.3 Nigeria Info. We hold it to be worthy of no. Thank you all so much for being here. And we like to go dig into what is obvious in the world, but means what it doesn't mean. All right. So here is what I mean. Welcome. Really, 29 minutes past 1 p.m. In another hour, we have to walk through something that I think I discovered, and I want to share that with you and get your reaction to it. So first, if you're Yoruba, hi. If you are from the culture where Yemoja is adored, worshipped, well, out there in Brazil, there was a cultural festival. Glitz, glam, just beautiful fanfare. Alright, so if you're following us on YouTube already, you can catch a glimpse of the video I'm playing. It's an excerpt from the beautiful Paulo Carnival 2026, Sao Paulo Carnival 2026 out there in Brazil. And Yemoja was enlarged, larger than life. And I really truly mean that. She pretty much is the size of like what? An entire manor. Maybe this will be like those houses that have 12 bedrooms. They just pretty enlarged her, the image of her. It's said to be most celebrated samba event, and schools pretty much came together to assemble and project beauty, culture, and identity. The community organizations that prepared all year to compete in carnivals paraded, of course, different things, and this was one of it. They carried this particular one, the Yemoja one. They carried 10,000 liters of water in tribute to Yemoja, a Yoruba Orisha of water and motherhood. Wow. So yeah, your eyes is probably still catching a glimpse of this. I would call it magnificent, to be honest. As far as art goes, the embodiment of the art is truly beautiful. We'll take 0 from it. It looks good. But every time you look at something, it's conveying message. It's carrying information. You are Yoruba, right? You're Igbo or Yoruba? Calabar.
No, Ibira.
What?
Ibira from Kogi State.
You're from Kogi State. You are Igbo.
Yoruba.
Are you? Do you worship Yemoja?
I do not.
Okay. Are you aware? I mean, you know her, right?
Of course, I know Yemoja now. I mean, it's a very fancy, interesting story of Yemoja that we hear growing up. I mean, it's always interesting. To be honest, I really liked watching mermaid movies. That's what they call them. They are mermaids, basically.
Okay, so she's a mermaid, right?
Yeah,
so
she's a mermaid.
It's said that she's a major Yoruba Orisha. That's a deity recognized as the mother of all, patron spirit of motherhood, fertility, and the Ogun River in Nigeria. As a powerful deity, she is honored for nurturing and protecting her children, symbolizing life-giving, cleansing, and when angered, destructive power of the sea. So it would appear that there are people in Nigeria who are from the sea and whose mother is Yemoja. That would be true culturally. Why are both of you looking at me like I said something crazy?
I mean, if you say they came from the sea, that sounded weird. But of course.
Have you heard of Ogbanje? They're from the sea. There's nothing wrong. It's a statement of fact.
From the sea, it's almost like you saying they emerged from the sea. Let's just say, okay, they have maybe their root from the sea. Maybe that makes more sense.
You don't think people come from the sea?
No, saying that they come from it is more like they emerged, like you're coming out, boom, boom, coming out, stepping out of the water.
And okay, so you can also have the situation where a child can be born, but the soul of the child is from the water.
Mm-hmm.
And you've heard your grandmother say this one acts like a mommy water. You even hear it culturally. People say this one acts like she's from the water.
Yeah.
And no, so I didn't say anything on cultural. English
emphasis on cultural.
Yeah, on cultural. Okay, so here is where I'm taking this conversation to. On X, Nigerians suddenly missed home. They wanted an aspect of this celebration
in Nigeria
to be done in Nigeria. Now, this Yemoja is one of them. Other gods were there. But the reason I'm taken by the Yemoja story is because of the comments by Nigerians who truly felt like suddenly something about them was on global display. So what I'm not sure about is if Nigerians suddenly were interested in the display because it was on a global stage, or they have forsaken their gods and want to go back. I know you're probably not the one who was on X leaving the comments like, Nigerians have left the ways of their forefathers and have followed a white man. All right. I'm not sure which white man you're talking about. But out there in France, if you are on YouTube, you can capture a glimpse of Temple Opus 2. You can watch it. And you can see the similarity between the cultural display of Yemoja and this particular, I think, is equally technical, mechanical, but it's the message that it conveys. Come on, quickly, just join us on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM on YouTube, and see for yourself what I have on display. It is the exaltation, enlargement of gods, demons, and I guess culture. Okay, so I'm still just gonna have this on display, so if you're on YouTube, you can still catch it. Is it possible that blacks, brown, white, green, short, tall, dark, have a collective history that's the same? Do you guys in the studio agree that there is some? Because I think Nigerians think that they are primitive, that they are blacks, that they have a culture that other cultures don't share. And that's why the Nigerian would say, your religion is the religion of a white man. I've heard Nigerians say.
Yeah, we always feel
Anybody
like
wants to object to
we
that?
always feel like we're the custodian of evil or of some traditional things that other people do not have.
No, I think since we discovered Benin Republic, we gave that up. That whole you're custodian of evil. Benin Republic has an international day for the display of black magic. There was a colleague who used to work here who's from Togo or Benin. I think he was from Benin. And he was the person who had mentioned it to me and told me how he is a part of it because that's where he is from, but then told me how God saved him. He told me how God saved him. And he no longer partakes in this. In fact, there was a time he told me that he got into a bad clique and wanted to do wealth money, black magic for money. And he said the boys he went with for black magic, that the charm worked for them and it didn't work for him. And so, of course, he told me, that was how he told me how God saved him from that particular cloud or mentality or spirit, the spirit that can bound a community or bound a country or bind a people psychologically. So that's for Benin. But you have a point. I think Nigerians think that they're so cultural, so rich in culture, and so separate or distinct from other people. I think if what you are referring to as far as culture goes is the relationship to deities, let's see what history book says. History says all known human cultures have historical, foundational stories, mythologies that feature gods, supernatural beings, or divine creators. These myths were historically told to explain the unknown, such as the creation of the world, natural phenomena, or origins of human customs. So every human custom was given to humans by the gods in the sky. Welcome to Nigeria Info. I want an objection. If you have an objection before.
I think the reason why these Nigerians are like backlashing in the comments saying that Nigerians are forsaking their gods is because we don't really have a lot of Nigerians who believe in this culture anymore, right? And I feel like because they feel they're doubting it, right? And they're not really seeing the reality.
Is it doubt or they've experienced a supernatural power, another that is above the power?
So the thing is,
or has DSTV giving you a new culture? It has Xbox. What's that thing? That game? What's that game thing?
Okay.
The box thing.
Oh,
PlayStation. It has. Do you have a new religion? Is Star Wars your new religion? So maybe people have cultivated a new religion, so that the old religion or the old gods don't quite appeal anymore. Lagos, are you picking up what I'm putting down here? The Yemoja thing was so beautiful. Let's run through a few comments. Yoruba in Yoruba land, Nigeria, are busy worshipping other people's religions. This is a statement, for example, one of which I've heard on Nigeria Info, suggesting that this is Yoruba in Yoruba land, Nigeria, are busy worshipping other people's religion. So I guess you're speaking to Nigerians who may be, I don't know, worshipping whatever they're worshipping. So certainly this is the Nigerian that thinks that, for example, religion as Christianity that's globally popular is the religion of another man.
Yeah, of another.
Yeah,
and that Yemoja is exclusively Nigerian.
Yeah, and I don't want to agree that Yemoja is exclusively Nigerian, because if you look at it, there are other mythologies that have mermaids in them.
Do Nigerians know that every culture has a mythological story? Should I read it again, or do you want to?
I mean, you already said it, the question is, do they know?
It's not. I think the question should be, do they believe?
All right.
They might know and they don't want to be. They think. I think the pain
right.
is just because we don't have a lot of people in Nigeria like worshiping and being crazy about these things. So they're like angry. Like, why is Christianity or Islam taking over the whole thing? That's why they're like doing all those
All right.
comments and stuff like that.
Let's get to
they know
it.
they might not just believe it.
All right, let's
No,
try
I
the
don't- I
telephone
don't
numbers.
believe that they know.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, but we're here. We're gathered here to find out. We hold it to be worthy of notes 0201-2770-993, 0201-465-7190, and on WhatsApp 08095975805. Welcome. Oh, by the way, the creators of the one in France gave a TED Talk. Can we have a herbalist give a TED Talk?
I feel like in Nigeria, there's nothing that is impossible, and there's nothing that I don't think hasn't happened before.
Is this a question of how we package?
So, in Nigeria, I was saying something about we feeling like we're the custodians of evil and all of that. So we come out upfront about anything that has to do with spiritual stuff, especially when it comes to like the other side, like Yemoja, like Ogun, like other gods and all of that. So we have a way we just make you feel like, oh,
Personalized.
Inheritance,
identity, culture,
or it's out of this world kind of
our
thing.
history.
Yeah.
All right.
But then other parts of the world, some of them still practice these things. They still worship these things. But there's a way they've packaged it in such a way that it is not so. It's not so in our
Spiritual.
faces.
Yeah,
it's
and
not
it's
so in
not
our
spiritual.
faces.
It's in your face, you
I
just
feel
don't
like
know what it is.
I mean the way some people dress, they call it, oh, I dress a gothic, so alt hair, and then they have all this like kind of jewelries that they wear on their necks that has all sort of things. By the time you ask of
that
the
Alte, you have bad fashion sense.
but no, I don't. But like, I feel like that's why I said gothic. Some people, there's a way that they dress. There's some jewelries that they wear. When you ask them for the history of the jewelries, you'd realize that it's way beyond what you think.
It's not costume.
It's not
jewelry.
costume. It's
symbolism.
spiritual.
All right, let's go.
Most of the
Nigeria
time.
Info, good to have you. I know. Thank you for your patience. I do appreciate. If you can hear us, go ahead.
I greet you, Joyce.
I greet you too. Welcome. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Evangelist Johnson, I called you from Ikui.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to make it very brief. That's what I believe. There is no other God. God is one. Are you listening to me? God is one. God is not, there's no other God than one God. The next one is the devil. And where this devil come from? He came from heaven also. He came from God. This same devil we are talking about. So what are you saying here is either you worship God, the real God, or you worship the devil. That's just the difference.
Are you saying that
we are talking
people,
about, they say people worship a foreign God or something. No. There's nothing like another man's God. There's not another man's culture or whatever God. No. It's the same God. But it depends the way you worship him. Because he said we should worship only the true God. Why God says so? Because you know that some people are worshiping the devil.
Good. That's my question to you.
the devil.
We need clarity. Please pardon me. Are you saying that anybody who is involved in the cultural worship of deities is worshiping the darkness?
No. I told people, even in the church, that is why if you read your Bible very well, it will know that the Bible tells you if you want to go to church, you have to search. Because even in the church, there are people that are still doing all those things inside the church. But they are hiding. Sometimes they hide it from their members. So that you don't know that they are doing other things. I went to a native doctor's place. Not one, not two, not three. All of them came out with Bible.
Uh-oh.
Are you hearing me? I'm not saying maybe somebody told me. I witnessed it myself. They all came out. They start from the Bible. Before they do whatever they want to do. So it is the same God, but it depends. There's one traditional worshiper I met. He told me that he knows that there is God, but the only thing that he doesn't believe is this church people are talking about. Because all power belongs to God. All power.
All right.
But if you use it to do evil, if you use that power to do evil, because everything works together for good. If you use that power to do evil, God give us this power, this leaf, this root, every other thing that we can use it to survive in life. But if you use it to do evil, that means you self is the devil.
Oh, okay, we're getting somewhere.
So that
Thank
is
you.
God. That is just God.
I
Thank you.
appreciate
God bless Nigeria.
Thank you, really. Okay, so once again, I think some people think that I categorically refer to her as mermaid. No, I'm reading what I found by way of documentation of her characteristics. It said that she is a powerful water deity. So if people who are saying on Nigeria Info YouTube, if you're saying she's not a mermaid, I'm not saying she's a mermaid. I'm reading how she's been characterized. Is she a land god or a water god?
I think they're just trying to tell you that you saying mermaid is too little for her.
If I say mermaid, it's too little for... No,
I think that's what you're trying to say.
Because other climes, they have mermaids.
What?
And if
why
Yemoja is
calling
not
her
a mermaid, what then
she's
is
she's a water god.
Exactly, that's the point. So they're saying that a god's like more than a mermaid is like
so
too
she's
little to call her
so
that.
mermaid has been casualized.
That's
is
not
that
my
what
fault.
it means?
That's television. I don't mean to take anything away from her. If you come from the water, okay, she's married.
Or maybe she's the god of all mermaids.
You see,
maybe
you get what I'm
that
saying?
works
Like,
better.
You're just saying that mermaid is like too little to talk about the
Okay, so she's the god of
She's
the
the
mermaids. Mother of the mermaids. Maybe that works better.
So mermaid and Mami Water, which one is small? Like, what are you guys doing? Like, why are you making it look as though I'm trying to? Okay, she's Mami Water. Does that make it small? All right. Okay, sorry. She's a water deity. Okay. All right. Y'all be taking it personal now, but you don't worship her. What are you mad about? Welcome. We hold it to be worthy of note. Good to have you on the show. Good afternoon to you.
Yes, I just want to.
What's your name?
My name is Osen.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember, there was this submarine or something about 2 years ago that just disappeared. I mean, it's just scattered. One new submarine they were trying to do that, some guys went into the depths of the sea, and then they were looking at them, and all of a sudden it just disappeared and just scattered. There was a guy who's a seafarer who said that there was a time, they were on the ship, and then they were in the night they would come out, bring their boats, and just explore the ocean. And so one particular night that, he and his friend were on the boat, and then they were just exploring, and his friend just screamed. As in, they just screamed, and it was like, what happened? And he saw what we call money. The friend saw what we usually call money, and he said, "What?" Pardon?
Go ahead. Wrap it up. Yeah, I'm with you.
What
I think your line is breaking up, Dal.
Maybe because I'm driving.
Okay,
life under the sea. That there is a real, you have the earth. There's a real life under the sea at the depth. That at a certain depth, humans can't go there.
Yeah.
And if you go there, you disappear. So, you think that everything that exists on earth is not real. There is a life. And the money that we usually we see is not a beautiful thing. It's not the picture that we see of a mermaid. It's not a beautiful woman with a human body and then a fish, at the bottom. He said what they saw was an ugly looking thing. It's not beauty, and that you can't see it as a human being. The friend eventually died some few days because he was just incoherent.
Oh wow!
He was just screaming, and all of a sudden he died.
Okay.
When they got to land, took him to the hospital, he died.
I appreciate. Thank you. I mean, I want to hear your stories, really. Thank you so much for calling me. I do appreciate. If you are a traditionalist in Nigeria and you worship Yemoja, one, I think as a general piece of information, maybe this is the first time many of you are hearing it and you heard it on Nigeria Info, that the concept of a water god is not exclusive to Africa. It's not exclusive to Nigeria. If you want to debate that, please come forward. Yeah? Okay, good. People, well, I just read a few messages on YouTube. I'll come to you in a moment because I have to go to telephone lines. Hello, good afternoon, Nigeria Info. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Good afternoon, Joyce.
Yeah, welcome. Tell us your name. What do you worship?
I'm Christian, actually.
Could you speak up for us? I mean, you can afford that.
I said I'm Christian. My name is Franklin. I'm Christian. And I actually believe in, I believe in one God. I believe we all serve one God. But at the same time, I believe we have different methods of reaching out. And that's why I don't really knock any religion out.
That's why what? Could you speak up for me? Speak like you're not afraid, you know? Speak up.
No. I don't know why it's not loud, but what I said was, I know God. I know we have one God. Yeah. We have different means of getting to Him, depending on our tradition, depending on where we come from. That's what I believe.
Okay, so you are making a case for the people who serve, for example, Yemoja or any other deity, like the one in Paris. The one in France, right? They are all worshiping God. They just have different methods. And their symbol of God worship is the embodiment of deities that religious literature may characterize as fallen.
That's different. That's different. Those ones worship a particular way, calm down. Those ones worship a particular deity. That's a deity, not a god.
Okay, people who worship deity, are they also worshiping God?
You're worshiping a smaller god. In this life,
Thank you. I was about to ask the same
Are
question.
you worshiping the smaller God to reach God, or you are worshiping this smaller God on its own? Because you just made mention of the fact that they all have access to God, like you're worshiping them through
the main God, but it's through different methods.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Worshiping the same God through different methods. So are you saying you're worshiping God through the smaller gods?
Yeah, what I'm trying to say is we have God in the God, the one we use in Christianity, like the capital God. Yeah, it symbolizes for all of. Hold on.
You know you don't know what you're talking about, right? I have a commercial in 30 seconds. I'll let you have it. Go ahead.
Watch it, yeah. In the spiritual world, yeah, God created some other deities. Yeah, they are smaller gods. They are not the means of direct God. Yeah, but they have their own power that like the that controls the sea. They have some people. Hold on. Some people worship.
Okay, hold. You know what? Look. I want to go off on a break. Collect your thoughts and call me back. You're not sure what you're talking about. That's why it's taking so long.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
What is health? It's more than the absence of illness. It's the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper. Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward. The pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It is the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
ìgbéga tó ń wá ti dé o níbi àpéjọpọ̀ àdúrà Next Level Prayer Conference Nigeria pẹ̀lú Pastor Bọ́lájí Ìdòwú. tí yóò máa wáyé lọ́jọ́ kẹtàlá oṣù kẹta ọdún 2026 ní Tafawa Balewa Square ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ní déédé aago 7 ìrọ̀lẹ́ gẹ́rẹ́gẹ́. A ó máa retí rẹ o.
Lift your hands, receive your word.
Ramadan, a time of reflection, kindness, and sharing.
Embrace warmth and togetherness with Sedap Supreme Noodles. Made with real chicken essence. Delicious, easy to prepare, and share with family and loved ones. Share kindness with Sedap Supreme Noodles this Ramadan. Ramadan Kareem.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. 3 minutes before it's... I'm saying to you this afternoon that there was a celebration in Brazil. And, of course, one of the highlights of that particular celebration in Brazil was Yemoja. And Nigerians in the comments are truly missing something they thought they lost, which is a celebration of culture and a cultural identity. And I say to you this afternoon that Yemoja is not exclusively yours. The name may be yours, but the persona, the entity, is not exclusively yours. And by the way, that culture that you say is your culture is a global culture. Let those who disagree come forward. Welcome to the show. How are you, Nigeria Info? We hold it to be worthy of note.
Hello, Joyce.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, Tife and Joy. I just want to make a little analysis, though you got it later. Towards Tife got it later. It's Grandma Lara from Ikorodu.
Thank you for being here.
Yeye in Yoruba is mother. Yeye Omo Eja. That's the full meaning of Yemoja. So she's not a mermaid. She's the queen, the mother of all mermaids. She's not seen. She's never seen. And those who, how she's described is described in a very bright light that can blind the eyes and whatever.
Yeah, but she's a mermaid. Excuse me, madam. But she's a mother of the mermaids, right?
Yeah, she's a mother of the mermaids.
She's a mermaid now. Mm-hmm. She herself has to be what she births.
Well, I think why people won't want you to say she's a mermaid is mermaids are her children. She is the mama, she's the mother. So you won't see Ya and call Ya Omo.
Okay, is Mami Water a better description?
Yes, Mami Water is a better description for the mermaids.
This is Disney World.
The Yemoja is Yemoja.
Okay, this is the problem.
But the English word is mermaid.
This is Walt Disney problem at this point.
The English are not Africans. They would always find a word for it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
I know those who worship would not want you calling Yemoja.
Heard that. Okay. I didn't mean any disregard. Thank you.
No, of course I know.
It's 2 p.m.
My age, nobody will fool me.
Honestly speaking, Nigeria is in the wrong hands.
That is the problem that we are confronting.
The conversation starts here.
Lagos Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency urges churches and mosques to strengthen premarital counseling against domestic violence, while Unilag says exams will hold despite ASU strike threat. Fuel price hike pushes up transport fares in Lagos. Central Bank of Nigeria gives banks 18 months to meet new anti-money laundering standards, while Court of Appeal in Ibadan adjourns PDP convention case indefinitely. President Tinubu orders deployment of 100,000 CNG conversion kits nationwide. Federal government introduces cash and card payment system at airport gates. Federal government begins evacuation of Nigerians from Iran amid rising tensions, while federal government moves to connect schools nationwide to reliable internet. Executive Director of Paradigm Initiative, Sesan, warns AI could shape elections and spread misinformation. Lagos to host 2027 Inter-African Trade Fair, while Dangote Refinery supplies 92% of Nigeria's petrol in February. Global oil prices rebound, rise 5%. 3 ships hit by projectiles in Strait of Hormuz, while U.S. destroys Iranian boats in Strait of Hormuz. Cargo ship catches fire after attacks in Strait of Hormuz. And Putin and UAE presidents discuss Middle East conflict. That's all for now. I am Yvonne Okhaifo, and this is 99.3 Nigeria Info. Good afternoon to you, Lagos, and thank you for your time.
Quality talk.
Intelligent conversations.
Always interesting.
So engaging.
Sometimes even mind-boggling.
Nigeria Info. Ask everyone. Anyone.
If an agent is already used you for practice, if guaranteed visa stories have finished your savings, if your head is already hot over this Jackpa matter, if Jackpa has crossed your mind even once, if you're tired of hearing, I was scammed or my agent disappeared, if you want to relocate with sense, with clarity, and correct information, then don't miss this edition of Jackpa Seminar with Uzo. This is not motivation talk. This is not social media packaging. It's real experts, real migration pathways, and honest conversations about relocating abroad, not social media noise. We'll break down step by step which visa pathways are legit, which school options make sense, how scammers manipulate people, and how millions are lost like it's nothing to school and relocation pathways, to common scams and costly mistakes, and if money has been slowing you down. Travel loan is available, tuition loan is available, so lack of funds no go stop correct planning. And make we clear something very important. We do not grant visas, no guarantees, no shortcuts, no lies. What we give you is verified information, trusted processes, and the knowledge to avoid fraudulent agents and fake promises. Because the goal is not just to jackpot, the goal is to jackpot right. Register now, tell your friends, tell your siblings, tell anybody tired of stories and scams. Because Jackpot Seminar with Uzo is for people who want clarity, not confusion. On the 14th of March 2026, at the ITF building, 5th floor, Funchal Williams Avenue, Iporin Costain, Bus Stop, Lagos, at 12 noon prompt, no African time. Access fee is 20,000 naira. If you keep saying I'm still thinking, you'll hear stories. If you act now, you secure your seat immediately. Register now, no excuses, no tomorrow. Japa Seminar with Uzo, no packaging, no scams, just real scent. Japa Seminar with Uzo is not a trend, it's a movement. For inquiries or more information, please contact 08023831303 or 08023770699.
Tick, says the clock. What we have to do today is worthy of note.
This is Sunny Side with Joyce, only on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
And we're back. Okay, so we step away from France and Brazil and the similarities in the social cultural patterns into the world of science. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome 99.3 Nigeria Info. You have the Sunny Side. I want to share a quote with you. And then that quote is going to be what we may hinge. And I say may in the event that you would love to disagree or debate it. But I could be up to something right here, you know? Okay, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Arthur clerk. Quote, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic, end quote. So, let me bring you where I am. And I think it's a great thing, truly, to have the capability to see something and look for what's behind it, to read something and contemplate it, to be curious. I truly think it's quite a blessedness to be curious and to truly have the capacity for intellection and introspection, to be quiet, to be sober, to contemplate, to think, to pry into something, and to truly, and maybe what I mean is that the gift of that, I think the gift of that has brought me to many places. Like the one where I think we may land today. And you don't have to agree. You're totally at liberty to disagree. So first, what am I talking about? I want to go to the World Health Organization. This was a conference held in 2024. And here is an excerpt. And you can watch it on YouTube, okay? Just Google false memory implant, okay? WEF, the World Economic Forum. And I think you know who they are. I mean, hey, do I have to? The World Economic Forum is an international advocacy non-governmental organization and think tank based in Switzerland. They pretty much had a face and an office in 1971. But yeah, that's not when they started. I'm just saying. All right, good. Now that you know, let me share with you something that should make you equally curious. Maybe up until now. No, I'm not there. Hold on. They pretty much
convicted in their belief.
Had a face and an office
to
in
Jack's point about using some
1971.
of the lie detection technology, particularly for eyewitnesses, are convicted in their belief. And so, to Jack's point about using some of the lie detection technology, particularly for eyewitnesses, not only can we put information in without blowing up your brain, we can put it in and then you can believe it so sincerely that the problem is you can testify to that effect. And in fact, we've seen this in a number of ways. The police were doing lineups where the suggestibility of the information was so strong that people would later identify a person that they'd seen. For example, you show a picture lineup and only one person has on a jacket and nobody else does. And then when you go to the live lineup, because your brain triggered that there was something different about that person, you identify the person who you've just seen, but not realizing that it's because of some difference. And then you've seen them twice, and now you're asked to testify as an eyewitness, and you're so convicted about having seen that person commit the crime, even though that person's utterly innocent, that it becomes a planted memory. And so there's some really interesting research that we can plant false memories in the brain. And in a different context, one of the emerging areas that's really interesting in law neuroscience is pain detection. And once we understand the circuitries that cause pain, I guess the question is, could we then instill pain and use that in many coercive measures in the legal system as well? So,
wow, that's amazing.
Hold on. We're taking it one at a time. They can not only implant false memory, they know your brain's secretary for pain, and they can induce pain. Sit down for this one. Okay, with that said, welcome 99.3 Nigeria Info. So you understand where science is going, and you can read the scientific literature. Science can and has successfully implanted false memory in both animals and human models, demonstrating that memory is reconstructive and malleable rather than a fixed recording. So using technologies like optogenetics on mice and suggestion techniques in humans, research can create memories of events that never occurred, influencing behavior and belief. Science is now, hold on, this is according to science. They say that they are now as an active word, now capable of creating memories of events that never occurred, influencing behavior and belief. Okay, so what kind of psychological tweaking is happening for this to be possible? The word that I think you and I must hold at this tug of psychological war would be manipulation. So, another way to put it is science is able to manipulate the psychology of a person, implant false memory that can inform behavior and belief. Are you still with me? You are. My question this afternoon to you, hold on, let me read that quote again just before we go any further. Quote by Arthur Clarke. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. End quote. Is this magic or is this science? Welcome to Nigeria Info. My name's Joyce. Let's talk. The sunny side. Good afternoon to you. My name's Joyce. What's your name? Can you hear me? No. You have to speak up for me, please. You sound very low. Okay. You're low. Okay, let's try.
Okay, I was talking about the deities and the gods, like how we worship God. I said there was one particular, we have one particular God that everybody worships. Only go through different things.
Guy writes me. Send me a WhatsApp message. I can't quite hear you clearly, please. Okay. You ready?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Please write me a message. It's better. I beg you, because I'm straining to hear you. 08095975805. From the the introduction. Is this science or is this magic? Welcome to Nigeria Info. You should be exactly where your scientists are. You should be where your teachers are. You should be where global reasoning and logic is at. You should be where it's at. So here we are, attempting to open the door to where it's at. If science is able to, active word, manipulate psychology that affects your behavior and your belief, science is able to create an event that never existed to alter your behavior and belief. Is that magic or science? Welcome to the show, Nigeria Info.
Yeah, thank you, Joyce. How are you?
Good. Tell us your name. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. How about teaching up here? First of all, let me start with the Yemoja thing. Yemoja is exclusive Yoruba deity. And how it happened is this. All the black people that are taken to some Brazil, South America, Trinidad, Tobago, and Haiti, Jamaicans, all of them. And not all of them are from Nigeria. A lot of them are from outside Nigeria as well. So when they went for the slave trade, they went with their deities, and they kept it, maybe not as original as it was, and down the line for generations they have been keeping
The
it.
name is yours. No, pardon me. I think the name is yours. Yemoja is yours as cultural identity. But the characterization,
Yeah.
and I mean this time, the god of water or the goddess of water, it's not yours to have.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
yours. It's a global phenomenon.
No. Don't get it mixed up. You see, there's a very, very great Yoruba influence in Brazil and some other South American countries.
Oh, okay.
Very,
Can you
very,
speak on
very
the second one? This Yemoja one, we're going to do it at a later time because I don't have a lot of time today, okay?
Okay. This one is just hybrid warfare. It's an hybrid warfare.
Is this science or magic?
You can call it. It's not. It's not magic. It's not magic. It's similar to the film, the American film you watched many years ago, believing that keep planting in you that America can do anything, America can have anything done.
All right.
Forgetting that Russia is there as powerful as well, China is there as powerful as well. It's a hybrid warfare, just to change your mind and manipulate your mind to make sure they continue to get economic advantage over you. Thank you.
99.3 Nigeria Info, the sunny side. Science or magic? Is this science magic? And is it science? Is it magic that science calls science? What's up?
Okay, these messages we have are still messages on the Yemoja.
Oh, you guys want to talk about Yemoja?
Yeah, that's what we see. But Joyce, for me, I think that.
Oh,
I think
dear
that,
Lord.
I
We
think
can
that,
do Yemoja next week. Okay, good. Go ahead.
I think that science is just like a reform or a more advanced method of magic, because magic is like, something you form to make people believe this is true, and you like just find a way around it or something like that. And I think science is just like, so I think it's just the whole thing is just a way of making magic into science or something like that. So I think science is like born out of magic, just make it just like an advanced version of it. Like a quote I saw on Quora that said by Alejandro Alcantara that said science is actually a more advanced, vigorous, and philosophically sound method for doing magic.
Lagos, is this science or magic? I can point you to a very specific route. I would like for you to introduce yourself to deities who are gods of deception and manipulation. Remember that at the beginning of the show today, I told you that all history, let me read that again. All known human cultures have historical, foundational stories, mythologies, that feature gods, supernatural beings, and divine creators. These myths are historically told to explain unknowns, such as creation of the world, natural phenomena, or the origins of human customs. Hold that word. The origins of human customs. So if you hold that in one left hand, let's go. Science telling you that they are able to manipulate, as an active word, manipulate the human consciousness. Science is able to create events that never happened, make you believe it, and alter your human behavior and belief. So if the active word is manipulate, we have to go look for all the gods of manipulation. Hermes, the messenger of the gods, who is also the patron of thieves and travelers, known for his cunning and ability to manipulate situations to his advantage. Dolus, a direct personification of treachery, guile, and deceit. Apate, goddess personification, the spirit of deception, paired with Dolus. Pan, Loki, if you have watched the movie Thor, you know Loki. Loki was a quintessential trickster who thrives on causing discord, fraud, chaos, meddling in the affairs of the gods and of men. And Nancy, a spider god known for outsmarting larger beings through lies, cleverness, and manipulation. So you have other gods in your culture who are known to be gods of manipulation. If we have in our cultures gods of manipulation, and science is able to transmute manipulation into what they are reporting in scientific literature, what we read in the world of science today, is it science or magic? Yeah, WhatsApp callers, I'm with you. Best believe that. But first, I'm sorry, I'm everywhere. The sunny side, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the show. What's your name? You know mine.
Yeah, good afternoon, George.
Afternoon to you. Welcome to the show.
Marco from Fresh.
Good to have you.
Yeah, this is my personal opinion. And it might be minority opinion. But this AI, artificial intelligence, something, might just be because if you are waiting for these people, the Western people or whoever, to come and put something on you to manipulate you, you already, of course. Hello?
Go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Just a minute.
Yeah, I mean, to put something on you to manipulate your brain, you're not going to see them. You know, when you are searching for information on any of these AI apps or whatever they're called, sometimes wrong information will be thrown up. But because we are older generation, we know certain things. We will write back to that like grok on or
no,
whatever.
I'm not speaking anything in
you
that
can now
regard.
say, you can challenge grok, and they will say, okay,
From
give
the
me time, let me
explanation
go
I
deeper.
gave to you, excuse me, from the explanation I gave, I told you that science says that they can create events that never happened, make you change your behavior and belief off of that particular ability to manipulate you. And I'm asking you, is that science or magic? You're going somewhere else.
No, it's not. It's science. It's science. Manipulation is once your brain is manipulated, it's not going to force. Once your brain
I
is
shared
turned
with you that
and
but I told you that all known human history have tales of gods who are responsible for the origins of human customs. So if there is something in human custom known as manipulation, and it's a feature of the gods in the sky, my question is, what we read today as science, which is a part of customs or our traditions or our beliefs or our behaviors, is it magic or science? You say it's science?
It's science, it's science.
Thank you very much. WhatsApp caller, thank you for being here. Nigeria Info. What is
Hello?
science? We're going to read that. Hell, welcome, Nigeria Info, the Sony side. Welcome to Worthy of Note.
Hi, good afternoon.
Tell us your name, go ahead.
My name is Chris.
Welcome, Chris.
Okay, so I would like to take this a little bit back, all right? The evolution of human being, according to science, started in Africa, okay? And I believe every single form of manipulation science is doing right now is derived from somewhere. You understand? So our spirituality, our own kind of like magic that we call right now, for example, seeding of rain. We've been doing that in Africa before science came. You understand? There will be Baba that will come and say, I can stop the rain from falling. Europeans are already doing that right now. They will seed rain here and there. So there's a thin line between science and magic.
Hold on, no. Don't confuse us. You won't say that there is a thin line, because I want us to find the root cause of science. So is it science or is it magic? Forget the line. Anybody can find their way around.
I'll just tell myself it's magic, to be honest.
All right, there we go.
It's magic.
Thank you for calling. So two people for science, one person for magic.
Science.
Lagos, Nigeria. Have you ever wondered what science is? Besides your textbook definition. So what is science? All right, go ahead.
Science is a systematic, evidence-based process of studying the natural and physical world through observation, experimentation, and testing. It is both a dynamic body of knowledge and a continuous collaborative method used to explain how the universe works, constantly refining understanding based on new evidence.
Stop there. This is why God bless God for psychology. In philosophy, science is the branch of philosophy that examines the foundations, the methods, implications, and reliability of science. In philosophy, science is a branch of philosophy Sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, we hold this to be worthy of, who's buying me a bottle of wine this afternoon? Science is a branch of philosophy. I put it to you that every known intellectual sphere began in philosophy. But hold on, let me not confuse you. Let's just stick to the topic. Science or magic? 99.3 Nigeria Info, WhatsApp.
Science is good afternoon, Nigeria Info. Science is distinct from magic. While science deals with explainable and repeatable facts, magic deals with myths. In the case of science being able to create an illusion of memory, it is a case of manipulating an existing natural process using nano and biotechnology. It has an explainable process, hence not magic. Pascal from Satellite Town.
So maybe next week we're going to look for all the things that are seemingly non-scientific that have a link to science to kind of maybe simplify this. But we're off on a break. In the meantime, we'll be right back, hopefully.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
That next level you have been looking for is here at the Next Level Prayer Conference, Nigeria, by Pastor Bolaji Ido. For the 13th of March 2026 at the Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos, by 7 p.m. Experience the move of God and electrifying worship with Nathaniel Bassi, Masichiwo, Bidemi Alaoba, Sumisola Agbebi, BBO, Mr. M, and Revelations, and a whole lot more. Don't miss it. Don't miss your next level. See you there.
Let
me tell you the real thing to brag about. Brag about how authentic you are. Brag about your confidence and your vibe. Brag about your style, your energy. And yes, brag about how amazing you smell. Because there is one fragrance that gives you all of that in one bottle. Wazobia perfume.
Oh yes, Wazobia perfume. The same perfume everybody's talking about. See, once you step in with Wazobia perfume, you don't need to talk too much. The fragrance does the talking for you. Be authentic, be confident, be classy. Treat yourself and your friends to Wazobia perfume today. Available as both perfume and body spray.
Get your Wazobia perfume today at any store near you or order online for carton purchases or to stock Wazobia perfume. Please call 0201-330-0047 or email contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
What is health? It's more than the absence of illness. It's a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. But let's delve deeper. Health is the heartbeat of life. It's the rhythm that keeps us moving forward. The pulse that echoes our vitality. It's a symphony of balance and harmony, resonating in every aspect of our existence. Health is a silent conductor, orchestrating the dance between the body and mind. It's the energy that propels us towards our dreams and aspirations. It is the foundation upon which we build our futures. So, what is health to you? Join me, Kofi Bartels, this and every Thursday for Health Thursday, 8 a.m. on the Morning Crossfire as we explore important issues affecting your health. Only on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Open the doors to the conversations that move you.
Lagos State enforcement teams carried out cleanup and anti-crime operations.
These are businessmen over Nigeria, and they are very serious.
This INEC, did they change a new thing to conduct election?
You cannot be whipping me with Popo and Scorpion, and then you expect me to come and vote for you.
I hear some of us opposition is not ready. When the ruling party don't want opposition to exist, what do we do?
These people are just changing figures and cleaning. It is tiring.
All of us sit down and entertain a conversation where we cannot put internet in one village.
On your favorite dial, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Okay, so I mean, I don't have enough. What's your name? Well, forgive me. Introduce yourself. Let them meet you.
Hi, my name is Buluwati.
She's asking me to emphasize it, but I don't have time enough.
Yes, because I wanted to make sure that we understand what magic is in this concept of the context of the conversation that we're having. Because when you check out the meaning of magic in itself, magic does not necessarily seem evil when you check out the meaning. But what we're inferring in this conversation is that the magic we're referring to is evil magic, like sorcery, like something that has to do with something spiritual, basically.
Okay, okay. I mean, I like that you brought that. I thought it was complex but easy to understand. Everybody's ringing the phone. Relax. Time is up. The sun has set. My work's done. Next week. How about next week? If the world doesn't end today, and God be good to us, then I'll see you next week, and we can pick it up. So remember, we're trying to figure out, is science really just magic, or is science, meaning that it would be independent of magic? So all our references will feature next week. If you have any thoughts, any judgment, any interpretation, particularly something that you think is cultural or familiar to your environment, but science is also laying claims to it, you want to hold that and show up here with it next Wednesday. I love it when I give you everything and you take it, because sometimes the problem is, can you handle it? You're good at that. You're good at taking it, which is a good way to. Why all of you smiling like I said something there? Okay, the sun has set. This girl's got to go home. God bless you. My name is Joyce. Bye-bye.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.